Welcome to Homework Lib.
Okay, so Coast Guard ship is located 35 kilometers away from a checkpoint in direction of 42 degrees north of west. So it is north of the west direction there. A distress sailboat located in still water 20 kilometers from the same checkpoint in direction of 36 degrees south of east is about to sink. So we're going to draw a diagram to indicate the position of both ships. That's what we have here. So again, 42 degrees north of west, 36 degrees south of east. Okay, draw that. In what direction and how far must the Coast Guard ship travel to reach the sailboat? So what we're solving for is what is this length right here, going from that point to that point. So that's the distance. We also need to figure out the degree measure of that. So I'm going to kind of do this right here. I want to find this degree measure right there. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to model with our angles here. I can get some of my angles here. So I'm going to actually like redraw this triangle so it's a little bit more clear for myself. So it looks something more like this. Okay. This length here is 20. This length is 35. Okay. I could find, so 36 degrees is right here. Okay. So 36 degrees is here. This is 42, meaning this angle right here has to be 48 degrees. And I have 90 degrees right here. And then 36 is right here. So this angle is made up of 48 plus 90 plus 36. So I add those together. That comes out to 174 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to use this with the law of cosines to find the distance between the two ships. So let's call that we'll just call it x. So in my setup here, that's x squared, and this will be a and b here. I'll just call it those. So x squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times the cosine of the, we'll call it x. So in this case, it's 174. So it's going to be 20, and well, keep it consistent, 35 squared plus 20 squared minus 2 times 35 times 20 times the cosine of 174. I like to do these two first. So 35 squared plus 20 squared comes out to 1,625. And then I'll do these all together as one multiplication. So that's -2 times 35 times 20 times the cosine of 174. So I do that and I get a positive 1,392 point, let's get a few more decimal places, 0.3307. So I can put those together and I get 3,017.3307. And then I square root both of those sides. And that's 54.9302. Okay, so that is the total distance in kilometers between the two ships. So now that I have that, I can set up law of sines because I need to find, which angle do I need to find here? Yeah, I need to find this angle here because that's going to match up to this angle. 42 degrees is actually going to be the whole thing here. So my bearing angle is actually going to be subtracted from 42. So I need to find this angle. Okay, so we'll call that theta. So using the law of sines, I can do sine of theta divided by 20 is equal to sine of 174 divided by the 54.9302. Multiply both sides by 20. So multiply by 20, and I'm going to take the inverse sine here. So that's going to be inverse sine of 20 times the sine of 174 over 54.9302. Okay, so that's what goes in my calculator now. So that inverse sine of 20 times the sine of 174 divided by my 54.9302. And we get a theta of 2.1811 degrees. So again, that is this angle right here. The actual angle I want is the one that's on the outside to get the bearing. So where because it says what direction and how far must they travel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 42 degrees and subtract that. Because again, 42 is here. This is also 42 to go from there to there. But I'm going to subtract the little piece that's in here to get to this angle. So that angle would be 42 minus 2.1811. So I do that. And I get 39.8189 degrees. So what that means is the Coast Guard has to travel 54.9302 kilometers at a bearing of, and this is going to be 30, I'll put it all together. So they're traveling at 54.9302 kilometers at a bearing that is, what's that? 39.8189 degrees. And that's going to be south of east.